Hey guys, how you doing? Back on another video. As promised, I'm just trying to keep you guys up to date on my spiritual journey and the progress I'm making. If you see my other videos, I really am like infatuated with like Egyptian art. Why? Because I feel like, first of all, they are the origination of basically every religion that is here on the earth in modern day. Also, I feel like, based on my personal experience, what a artwork basically depicts is what happens when you are in touch with spirit, aka what we call ascension. And specifically, what I wanted to talk about on this particular video is another aspect of the artwork that we may not necessarily completely know what it stood for, but based on my experience, I'm starting to, I believe, this specific aspect of it. However, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but specifically, this is my opinion. So, what I want to talk about today is like if you go to Egyptian art, you'll notice a lot of, and I'm just gonna do like front face. They don't typically do side face on Egyptian art, but you'll notice like this ball on top of uh, someone's head, and also, this. Um, what does that mean? First of all, what archaeologists or people who study, I forget the particular terminology, people who study like Egyptian history and whatnot, they say like this is like a indication of like honoring the sun gods and whatnot. I beg to differ, because during my whole ascension process, I feel like this particular ball here is for something much more. So let me explain. First of all, I feel like, as far as our etheric or astral bodies that we have, within them there is, some of this going on, that maybe dictate our experience and whatnot. But really, when you're going through ascension, like a lot of the action happens at the head. It almost seems like, in the throat too. But everything else seems like to really not exist, right? But what I've noticed is you have knots of some, like not necessarily knots, but just maybe just things that kind of just hold you together. I don't know, so to speak. But what spirit does, is, you know, it's the spirit, and actually it's entourage of other things, like a bird of some sort with a long beak, wings. It's different type of spirits involved as far as like what I call like light workers who are like helping you, like your guardian angels basically. But what happens is they kind of like move these up here, right? Bear with me now. And I'm trying to explain this the best way I can. So when they move these up here, and it's typically within the chest area, I've noticed. But say for instance, you have like a rubber band, right? And what happens when they move it, it stretches a little bit, right? But what happens is when they move these, and I don't know what they are, when they you can feel them though. It almost feels like, oh no, let's just make a line, right? What it feels like almost is just like something that is attached around you, but like all these extensions here are just like wrapped around you. That's kind of how it feels, almost like it's basically like this, right? around these cords of some sort. I don't know. But it moves it up here, and like I said, it stretches it a little bit, right? And then once it's attached up here, what happens is this here starts to spin, right? It just starts spinning, right? And when it spins, these cords here start to become super, super straight and thin, right? So if you had something that's wrapped around something, right? Just wrapped around that and it starts to stretch, of course, it doesn't have that grip anymore. So it's not as stuck, right? What happens is all these start to move up. Almost, it's like that's what's keeping you together. And for a moment, it has to be deconstructed in order to get work done. What is the work that's being done? First of all, you have so much crap, right? So much crap in you. It's everywhere. So what happens is, you have not really a clear pathway to get these things out. But once that occurs, right, you go from being all twisted and entangled to being like now a clear pathway for all this junk to get through. That's what I feel.